right, guys, so what is the most important advice for starting a business? This is probably my favorite segment, and it's the last segment in this series. And so why is this important? Because we're gonna recapture everything that we talked about and give you some more information and some tips, some hard truths on exactly what you need to know. So what's the most important advice? Number one is don't wait for perfect conditions. Action builds momentum. Inaction is the death of anything, right? If you're inactive, you're not growing. So don't sit here and get an analysis paralysis and keep thinking about something. Just get it done, get it completed, and just get something out there, right? Just do it. Whatever it is, just do it. You can always course correct later. And if you're open enough to course correct, obviously then you will be open enough to accept change and to know that, hey, I don't have an ego. I'm coachable. I'm understanding that what I do may not work and I can just easily do something different or reiterate later on and get it done. Look up the agile framework. You know, a sprint, you do it and they change. Same thing. That's how your thought process should be in all of this, right? Second is going to be validate before you scale. Test the idea, pre-sell something, put up some marketing, run some marketing, ask family and friends on a product and service and get some honest feedback. You know, put it on your Facebook, get feedback if you will do something and if it works. You know, there's been Facebook courses that were ran before that ultimately, you know, I go online and I say, hey, does somebody want help with this? And obviously by the end of the webinar, they'll say, yes, I'm actually interested in that. I validated it before I even did the service or the product or put it all together. So these are things that you can do, and these are jogging the mind, right? You want to do action and you want to get things out there. Now, validate before you scale. Prove the demand with a small audience, or what we call a minimum viable product, right? In the bigger business world, it's called MVE, minimum viable experiment. However, minimum viable product, what are the minimum features and benefits that you need to have on a product that are beneficial to somebody else, that provide value to somebody else, that they're going to want to buy it? That's what you want to do. So just get it out there. Number three is going to be cash flow is king. Profitable and consistent cash flow is going to be more important than flashy sales or funding, because you don't want to have to deal with flashy sales. You don't want to have to deal with funding. You don't want to have to deal with people calling you a fake. Just get the deal done, get the product made, get the things flowing. Like I said early on, you're a marketing firm first, ultimately that's providing content, context, and story, and a community there for people to come on board, and a movement so people can see what you're doing. And then you have your product and service that is actually what you're really pushing, right? See it through that lens. Now, like I said, you have to solve real world problems. Number four, solving these problems is a big deal. What is the problem and what is your solution? You know, building a business that serves a real need and not just a trendy idea. We were involved in the spinners, the pop sockets, and all this other stuff that had an upswing, but guess what? It was a trend. It's not there for a long time. The more you can solve a problem, the better. Many companies start by solving a single problem with a single product, and then they do ancillary products or affinity products to them that are also in their niche, that build an entire brand based out of that, right? Upline, downline, crossline, whatever it may be, these are things that work. So number five is going to be adapt and iterate. The better that you can be at this, the better you will be as an entrepreneur and a business owner, right? Because you want to listen to feedback. You want to stay agile. You want to be willing to pivot. If something's not working, don't get tunnel vision on it and don't make it a sunk cost, right? Understand, get the feedback, understand that it may not work and we have to change. Being adaptable to change is great. I brought it up before, but there's TV shows where people don't adapt to change. They have somebody coming in to save the day. They don't adapt to his change. Marcus Lemonis, the prophet, and ultimately their business fails. When they had a lifeboat sitting right there, the lifeboat and the raft was around them, they just didn't do anything with it. They didn't move, they didn't swim in, they didn't get saved because their ego got in the way. They were resistant to change. Don't be that guy, don't be that person, right? So build relationships, number six. Number six is mentors, partners, customers, team relationships that are gonna drive the opportunity. We have programs that talk about having your backline team available for you. I've talked about it in many segments before. Virtual scaling accelerator is one of them, and the consulting side is the other, where we come in and we look at your business and say, okay, what's the positions you're gonna need, or what's the positions you currently have, and here's how we can get these outsourced or get these combined together where somebody's running your entire business for you, right? Or they're your backline, attorneys, contract attorneys, engineers, architects, all of that, hire consultants, whatever the case may be. Now, you need to build relationships. You need to get mentors. You need to get real life advice from people who have done it before, not somebody who thinks that they've done it or theorizes doing it and is just putting a paper together, but somebody who's actually done it, right? Now, number 7, know your numbers. We talked about this early on. You have to know the numbers, financial projections, contingencies, numbers, costs, details. A lot of good business owners and major company owners, including in the hospitality space, they want to be CC'd on every email. Why? They want to know what's going on in their business at every step of the way so that they're not caught looking like an idiot when it comes down to it. The more you know, the better, right? Know your margins, your KPIs, your metrics, your financials, all of it. You have to know this as a business owner. This is what you signed up for, at least right now. You can offload this to somebody else, but guess what? Now you're entrusting that person to know it. You still have to double check their work. You want to make sure they're not screwing you, that the accountant's not siphoning money out to the side to fund his own personal life, right? Happened to me before. You don't want that to happen, so you need to inspect what you expect, right? Now, number 8 is going to be marketing is not optional. Marketing, no, that's just not optional. Tell your story, build your brand. If no one knows you exist, you won't grow. Like I said early on, you're a marketing firm first that happens to sell a product and service. If you see your business through that lens, you're going to share your story, you're going to share your movement, you're going to share this with your tribe, you're going to get people enrolled in your vision. Key point. Get them enrolled in your vision, and they're going to help you grow your business and actually get more customers. Good word travels, right? That's free marketing. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Now, number 9 is learn relentlessly. You've got to stay a student. If you wake up every day and say, I know what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to be coachable and I'm okay to shift gears if I need to and do a little bit of a course correction, you're right on the right path and you're going to do better than 95% of people out there, right? So you want to make sure that you stay a student. Trends are going to shift. The market is fluid. It's liquid. I've talked about this before. Stay sharp. Skills evolve. Skill stack. Learn marketing. Learn a little bit of finance. Learn what the terminology on web dev is if you're doing websites. Just enough that when you bring somebody on, you're talking their lingo and you're knowing what you want and what the costs are so that they can't screw you. What you know is best. Inspect what you expect and know these things, right? Number 10, and our final thing, is fall in love with the process. Why did I pause? Because everybody is so eager to get to the end. I think at least in the United States, possibly all of humanity, we want the outcome. We want to get to the end, right? The journey is actually the destination. Don't make it a treacherous one. Have fun doing it. I'm a proponent of this myself, and I literally just said this within the last 24 hours, and I say it frequently, is when things are put on my plate that dictate my time and that start jacking me around, I start getting pissed. A, because it's messing with my time, which is the most valuable thing in the world to me. Number 2, other than my family, have to put that in there. My wife's right off camera, gives me the stink eye. But time is vitally important. And ultimately, number 2 is I want it to be fun. I build my life around me and actually having fun. And when it becomes not fun, why am I doing it? I might as well just go get a job where somebody can dictate my entire life for me and it becomes not fun at that point, right? 2 different things. The journey is the destination and it's full of ups and downs, so embrace it. Completely embrace it. Now, what I'm gonna embrace is the fact that you guys watch this all the way till the end. You guys are phenomenal for doing it, but guess what? We got one more series coming up, and that one is after starting a business. Questions entrepreneurs ask after you start a business. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. We have guides, we have resources below, a whole plethora of knowledge. If you're watching this on YouTube, chriscraze.com, I believe it's /tools, or if you go to the bottom of any page on the website, you'll see the tools section, and our entire platform is there that has all these videos. Questions entrepreneurs ask before starting a business, when starting a business, and of course, after starting a business. We'll see you on the next series, and questions entrepreneurs ask after starting a business. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Thanks, guys. Adios.